How you doing out there? This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer from the Society of Living Poets. And you're an honorary member if you want to be a member and you like poetry. Most people think poetry is too stuffy. Well, that's their fault. Your whole life is a poem. Your poem could be so pretty if you just sit down and write it. I think it's something worth writing about. Most of my stuff, I've written about all of my adventures in my life, and it's been wonderful, my life. I've been so happy to have seen God's beauty everywhere. And I'm looking at His universe, and I'm thinking, thank you, God, for letting me see it all. In this sonnet I wrote, number 1244, the name of it is, You Gotta Hang On to Each Precious Day. The day itself is just a lifetime in itself. A gorgeous sunrise. Sometimes you can sit there and you're so mesmerized. How could anything be so beautiful? A new, spectacular day. And the charm of midnight. I like the night too. I can see the stars. That midnight is the noon of thought. In the silence, in the dark, you can think, you can write, you can meditate. The genius poet, Muriel Spark, she wrote Memento Mori, bright insights. She told me, and I'm an old man now, that being over age 70 is just like being encaged in a nasty war. Why? Well, for one thing, everybody hurts. You're fighting against going into the darkness. You don't want it to end. You like this light. You don't want to go, and you're in this nasty war trying to fight a war against old age that you're not going to win. You can't. And we're seeing our most beloved friends, people we care about, that we loved, they're going, they're dying, or they're gone. They're shooting stars that exist only in our memory. Yet, we still survive. I'm an old man, I'm still here. I expected to check out 40 years ago. Yet we still survive among the dead and dying on the battlefield of life. Memories, fresh from long ago. I have memories when I was a little kid, just as bright as if they were yesterday. Seeing fields of brightest gold, it was so beautiful. The years fly by. Life goes by faster than a summer vacation. If you are blessed and lucky, you will have an adventurous life. I hope you did. Tears, crying tears at things left unsaid, things you should have said and didn't. It haunting you, it's nagging you. Dark nights when you're thinking about when you really screwed up and you should have been nicer to people. You should have loved people more like your parents. Like the beautiful girl you stood up from at prom because of cruel poverty. You couldn't take her because there was no money. Awful psychological trauma, scars that you had to endure, of words that you're so sorry you didn't say them. The first time you saw, when I was a young guy, Big Meadows Reservoir, just beautiful in the mountains, alpine splendor. It's so beautiful up there on Wolf Creek Pass. You're thirsty for camping, fishing, canoeing, and boating, getting out there on the beautiful, beautiful reservoir. It's so wonderful. Trout banquets with succulent, toasted rainbow trout. Keen aromas. I can just smell them now. How wonderful the smell, the aroma, the scent. You eat toasted rainbow trout so delicious until you're gorged. You can't eat anymore. Terrific family and guests. Lots of fun. Idyllic panoramas. Lush valleys. Thick with pine trees. Enchanting, mystical shadows. Plush velvet of beautiful Colorado mountain peaks. Misty emerald angels. Hang on to each day. Look around you. Einstein said, miracles exist. Everything is a miracle. You got to blame your own bad choices. Your abused freedoms that you made mistakes. Your destinies are fatefully exotic anyway. Good and bad happen to everybody. Miracles are everywhere. Beating hearts, clear lungs, perfect vision, like the eyeball itself. Unbelievable. It takes pictures and develops them instantly. Yeah, it's a miracle. Visual, planetary, telescopic wonders they can see out there that we're just a very small part of God's great plan. Yeah, and still He cares. The graceful orbits of heaven, while those orbits don't crash into each other. It's a miracle. Just think of the little things, and it's not so little. The special taste of cold orange juice, eating crisp red apples, lovely moon, just enjoying the moonlit majesty of the moon itself, so beautiful, showing us celestial stars. The fragrant smell of lavish rainfalls, meaning of fresh beginnings. How it smells just after the rain when the soil is just taking that beautiful, beautiful water and creating new life out of that. Fresh beginnings. The scent of roses. I love roses. I got a fetish about roses. Their blossoms are magnificent. Paradise of heaven right there in a rose. Remember, we have to accept the bad days with the good days. Embers of agony scorch us, yet they did not consume us. We each have a cross to carry. Work on it. You've got to toiling eternally. Work is a form of prayer. We polish our talents. We greet each dawn. The star, our sun, it's all too beautiful. We got to keep living and enjoying all the beauty that God has given us. Our talents to be polished, exalted as our own creative abilities given to us by God. Invented by our unique spirit. We're all different. Our personalities, our souls are different. It's God's majesty. Extraordinary opportunities for all of us because of that. Individual differences, getting paid for our talents. Perseverance, the joy of living, just being alive, just seeing another day, another sunrise. Hey, never give up. If you're true nobility, you'll understand, hey, life is a struggle. It is. I think we're meant to be tried. And we're supposed to do our best anyway. And I think we can all be together as human beings. And I'm talking about this. Take each precious day that you have, that God gives you. I was just talking about this young man that my granddaughter takes care of. He just died. He was a paraplegic. He couldn't even move. There's a guy in prison. I'm sure life was still precious to him. Life is so precious. Hey, you got to hang on to each day because it's a miracle. God bless you. God bless us all. Allah pour vous. Au revoir, mes amis.